the day as well.
The game, and everyone's feeling fresh. No cookies have been fondled yet, so
the cookies are safe.
Everyone's safe. You know what? It took me a whole day before someone told me that Tony Black was Kabakan, and I was like, why has this happened?
He's no longer Kabakan to me. The alter ego of Tony Black has fully taken over, and I've bought into it. I'm loving it. I'm loving what I see. This Vega team, I mean, we saw that upset over Big was impressive on Train. I thought surely that would be a map that collapse. Obviously, this one as well can lend it to a little bit more insanity. So Team Liquid better be prepared. Despite the fact that it's overwhelming in the favor of Team Liquid, we've already seen in this tournament so far that, you know, some of those overwhelming odds don't always work out. JR boosted over for a new angle on the peak towards mid. No one there to punish. 3 players stacked up in this A-bomb site. Nitro alone in middle, and it's Chopper already pressuring from mid, and that's a very fast pace. And look at the lean. Look at the change in the defense it's causing. Twist and Elige coming down highway.
Yeah, and they better be quick because they're already in checkered looking for that opening. Taco trying to be smart and just stay alive back here. Already taking a bit of damage, looking for another one. Flashbang from a teammate setting up for that kill. And a follow-up as well, but he can't really find anyone yet. He's going to go down, and Crush will take down Elige. What a great start here for Vega. 5 versus 3, and they make their way onto the bomb site, and that bomb plant's going to go down safely. This retake is going to be almost impossible. I say that a lot, but when you don't have any grenades to block off any of the entrances here, Vega are going to have such an incredible 3-way crossfire that you're just walking into almost certain death. Shark-infested waters, Moses. It's going to get ugly here. Tony Black and JR will follow it up, and Twist trying his very best, but it's not going to work out. Vega will take the pistol.
Yep, standard stuff for Vega. I mean, just pressuring that A bomb site, making sure those rotations are going to come a little bit slow, stacked towards the A side. This is that kind of a setup is why you see most teams on this map on their CT pistol stack up at the B bomb site and play retake at A. It's a little bit more reliable, I guess is the best way to put it. It's a little bit more consistent in terms of being able to turn that. You can always just drop a smoke on the bomb and go for the defuse. Attacking that B bomb site, it's really hard to recover in the pistol round. If Taco doesn't hit some incredible headshots, 1 or 2 in that opening salvo that he has, you're just kind of screwed. Forced by in this round, Taco with the deagle. There's a Liege to fall down. That's very quick. That's in mid at highway box. Great shot from Crush. And Vega are going to start pressuring. Naf is going to get into this site to be able to help support Taco.
Yeah, good deagle position here, but he's allowed them to get so far in. Otherwise, you really can just do the whole crouch and stand one-shot situation, and now Taco making up for that pistol round, getting 2 great headshots. Not a bad way to get started at all. Nitro can't really make it work again. I think the lack of head armor there maybe screwed him up a tiny bit, or just armor in general, and Twist is going to be the last one.
Oh, that headshot on the NAF, I mean, actually that flashbang on the NAF really screwed him up. He had a great setup to be able to get 1 kill, take some attention away from Taco. Really allow those 2 frags that he got to have some more impact, but not able to make it work. 2-0 for Vega with relative ease, not taking too many losses, and a pretty quick pace being set out here. This is a conversation that people frequently have on desks, especially with the opening game of the day, is starting on that T side where you get to be active and you get to set the pace of the match. And you know, if you're starting on the CT side, sometimes maybe you're still not fully awake and you kind of get lulled into a little bit of a, you know, lack of focus, is easily drifting at this time of day.
Yeah, I mean, it's really easy to adopt the mentality when you're holding up, especially if you're anchoring a bomb site, right? Which is, well, this is where I'm standing, and I have to wait for them to do something, so I'm just in waiting position. It does put your brain in a particular state of mind, and I don't know, I mean, maybe the wisdom has to be, maybe you should try in some of the early rounds on the C side to actually, also on the CT side, to not do that. Maybe flash your way into, you know, lobby and B or something like that. Just try and see if you can make sure you're taking a bit of initiative, just to wake yourself up even.
I imagine we'll see some of that out of Team Liquid once the guns get brought out.
I actually do think this is one of the most interesting things of Cash, is just how much the CTs can be aggressive if they want to. Now, sometimes we see CT sides that don't even try, they just give up on it, but there's that double boost in the middle, there's the aggression from B, you could push into Squeak or even A main, it's all over the map.
The tough part, obviously, is like any aggression on the CT side, if it doesn't work, if it fails, then you're just kind of screwed. But also on this map, even if you're aggressive at A main and you put 2 players in there, that's a lot of bodies that are far away from the B bomb site. So the terrorists, if they're in the proper position, can react accordingly very, very quick. Nice shot from Taco. He's brought the deagle out again. Opening headshot, but can't follow up on it. Twist is now going to trade out for that. He had the CZ, and he's going to go for a peek stand in the flames a little bit. Nothing to find, and bomb isn't in the site, and it looks like actually Team Liquid, I don't think they I mean, I guess the save call coming out, maybe they think it's going to be an A bomb site rotation back, but either way, you have armor on Twist, might as well save that for sure.
Yeah, they could maybe, I mean, if they run all the way back to exit B on the other side, maybe they could get some exits there and steal a rifle.
Maybe the presence is going to shy Vega away from retreating towards CT spawn so they can walk right back into their arms. There's some truth there. See how it works. Just not really a whole lot of weaponry to capitalize on it. Now, for everyone tuning in, this is the third day of the FACEIT Major here in London. This is a 2-0 match, so the winner of this is qualified for the Legend stage, which starts next week, Wednesday.
Yeah, that for professional teams in the Counter-Strike circuit, that's incredibly big news. Takes such a weight off you when you do that.
Yes.
So you could bet there's going to be some celebration for whatever team is going to be going through.
I mean, the weight that he's talking about is obviously if you make it to the Legend stage, you have an automatic invite to the Challenger stage of the following major.
Yeah.
And then if you make it to the top 8 of the whole tournament, you have an automatic invite to the Legend stage. So you get a lot of benefits, and no one wants to go through the grueling process with the tournament circuit that we have of having to qualify for the minors online, having to go through the minors at LAN, and just extend this 3-week tournament into essentially like a 3-month tournament. That can be a miserable experience.
Yeah, we've seen teams struggle a little bit to try and find even time to play in some of those qualifiers, just on top of the other tournaments that are happening. So it's definitely not a good time. 4th round coming up now, and we'll see what can happen. A bit of a smoke being set up there by Chopper a little bit late to see where that lands. Maybe just to block off that part of the highway. And Tony Black already boosted on over, quick into the middle. There's really nobody covering this, so giving up mid-control on cash can be dangerous.
Nitro got forced away earlier. There were 6 smokes on the map at the start of this round. That is very, very fast, and Liquid's obviously going to be running out of that relatively soon with his 4th round buy due to the 2nd round investment. So they took over A main. They're going to boost one up. Bomb on JR is actually towards the door, which could be sketchy, and this looks more than anything like it's going to be an A-split up highway. 2 players dedicated to the B bomb, so it puts a lot of pressure on Nitro and Elige.
Yeah, and I mean the other thing is that boost in the corner where Twist is standing. If they're coming up highway and you're looking the wrong way, you're so incredibly exposed. They're always going to be looking for it when they come up highway, pretty much, and you can get a bit uncomfortable. So, guess we'll see. Right now, Tony Black just holding the middle, that's a powerful position to be in. If someone's going to be rotating out, they're probably. Oh my God, Nitro wins the fight. That is very well done. What an important kill. And now Twist in the corner here. He's got to find a way to be relevant. He's just staying silent for the moment. They're running out of time here. 35 seconds, and Chopper going to crouch in with the kill and take that kill easily. And a good aim there again, following up, taking down Elige. Now it's Nitro. Did a good job early on, but he's lost his teammates on the bomb side. Trying to actually bait him out with the spray, and he does that successfully. He just couldn't win the follow-up fight. So Naf and Taco are going to have to fall back, and Vega going to win that round. 4-0 now.
Not bad at all. I'm wondering if they saw Twist boosted up. It looked like they peeked out and his leg might have shown and they were able to swing and get it. That might have been a small mistake, but the big thing was Elige was tagged up real heavily from middle. He couldn't help Twist at all. So essentially with that kind of a crossfire with the boost, you do kind of want Elige to be able to take some attention away from you in A main to make sure they can't just hard clear in that fashion. Unable to do that, and Twist just falls. Great round from Chopper, double kill from him. And you're right. I mean, that mid-control is just a constant battle. We talk about it so frequently. It's really hard when you give it up as a CT team, but it's really hard to hold as well, even when you're there with full utility. There's so many different, there's a variety of different executes that Vega can do, things they can change up. That's a hard clear. And even coming into this bomb site as well, taking the follow-up fight with Elige, who was already brought down very low by Tony Black, who is lurking in mid. 4-0 for Vega. There's that slow start. Now, if you're a Team Liquid fan, don't be worried. The way we've seen this map play out recently has been more success on the offensive side.
Absolutely.
This is a map where you can really, really run up the rounds on this T side.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't be completely panicked yet. But obviously, it's always frustrating when you lose the first rifle round, especially when you feel like maybe you didn't even have as much of a chance for a long fight. Those 2 kills in A were really quick, and well done by Crush to open it up. And now...
Ooh, hello. Nitro and Taco.
All right, that's aggressive.
I feel like they need to hit the pause at a certain point. They have this amazing flank, and you want to be close enough to capitalize on it. But at this stage in the round, if they're going to be quiet towards A, they're going to be looking for their flank. So you might as well hit pause here. It doesn't look like they're going to. Ooh, maybe they are.
Oh, the timing here. Chopper sees it coming, and he's going to win the one fight. The bomb does drop, but Taco can't really hold that, so very questionable at the moment. How are you supposed to play this if you're on the Liquid side? Twist will find a headshot. Might have been through the smoke, I'm not sure, but Haji's not going to be loving that at all. He goes down almost immediately, and now Crush trying to create a bit of space here, flashing his way in to take that fight at forklift. He's not connecting with the bullet just yet. And Elige will follow up on the other angle, so now you can see they're getting very confused, Vega. And from Liquid's point of view, this is great. They can make it back in this round. Looks like they can as well. Naf going to be taking down JR. And leaves Tony Black all alone, closing the door on him quite literally. And Liquid going to pick up the round.
Great flank.
Yeah.
They didn't even pause, they just went for it. Nitro gets picked off an important trade from Taco to not allow Vega to open up a path of retreat to the other bomb site. Twist, yeah, that's great. Immediate shot. Naf as well holding on. A stack at this A bomb site because they shrunk the map. And that's Team Liquid getting active on the map, maybe waking themselves up just a little bit. First round on the board for the defense.
Put some pressure back on Vega, who I mean, they could have made a great run of it, but now the economy is a little bit back with Liquid. They pick up some rifles from that round. Again, they're very quick in the middle, and Liquid don't really have a plan to stop them. And yes, you said, it can be incredibly hard to do when you're on the CT side. Instead, they flash their way into main. Makes sense, lose one part of the map, try and gain another part just to stay relevant in the game. But this mid presence, Naf winning that fight, and doesn't feel like he should have.
I don't even feel like he should have taken it, right? You hear the bullets coming out and you're like, oh god, don't peek into that very narrow choke point, and of course Naf just ducks underneath, takes off his head. Either way, Vega now feeling like they have no options. They know they have the information that A main was taken, at least for some time, and they want to go back towards this B bomb site. They only have one Molotov. Huge kill on a Naf inside the bomb site. Taco again, all alone, gonna have to do so much. And now they know exactly where he is as well. Reinforcements are a long way off. He's going to have to fight at least win his first battle. There it is. Can't follow up on it. Couldn't buy time. You could see the flashbang was going to come in out in the open. I'm not sure why JR thought he could get the plant down there, but free kill for Elige.
That's an unbelievable mistake. I mean, the flashbang may have done something to him, but he should have still found a way to stay in cover. That could cost him the round. Haji and Tony Black now 2-on-3. The bomb is finally down, but Liquid know they're going to have to fight for this one. Trying to see if they can boost to look over the box. Instead, it's Nitro with the AWP. And now Haji all alone, 1 versus 3, and they're just going to swarm him in checkered. Good play there, and a defuse going to be easy. 2-4 now. Liquid starting to get back in the game. I don't know what happened with JR there.
Maybe he just started planning because he was blind and just desperate. I'm not sure, but it did seem curious. Stuck out in the open. Flashbang burns his retinas out. And this was just, yeah, that's just very weird. Great shots from Nitro as well, even the boost not working out, and then doing his best simple impression here. Although he did use his scope. Cheater.
Yeah? Yeah. Warming up, I guess. It really is. I don't know if you've ever done this, but if you just go on a server with bots and try and shoot even long range, you don't scope with the AWP, it actually is.
You hit more than you think?
Yeah, it's a weird experience.
That's kind of frightening. Here's those early smokes. They've been doing this a lot, Vega, and it's wreaked some havoc onto the defense. Nitro now has an AWP in mid. That's positive sign, so he can keep track of it. Elige is there with him. He'll be able to have a quick rotation up towards that A bomb site with Twist anchoring.
Wait, look at this. That smoke cancels out the Molotov so that they can still look under it? Is that how that works? Or is that pure accident?
I believe so.
It's the one that Chopper's throwing from T-spawn. I would really like to see that again. Because that's one of the most reliable Molotovs. You know that's coming almost every round to try and prevent any kind of fast boost.
Oh.
Crush is taking down Nitro. Another big opening for Vega.
We didn't get to see it, obviously, but I imagine Nitro didn't even realize he got into that position. There goes Twist. That's the A bomb set anchor. And now from middle, this is a great pinch. Liquid just getting wrecked this round. Oh, and the missed shot from Naf, and that was the only opportunity. Now it's got to be saved. You get that, maybe you can build upon it. Taco gonna go for a fight, and he gets dropped as well. These Vega Squadron guys, phenomenal in open spaces with these AKs.
They're doing a great job at the moment, and now the hunt is in for Naf. They don't want him to have that AWP there. 1-on-5 against him. He takes down one, but still, I can understand why they want to get this rifle away. Good flick. Mora coming in. It's going to be Tony Black to take him down. A 5th round for Vega on the board, but that's not really the big part of this. It's the economic hit that they're going to be sustaining. They have enough to buy in this round, Liquid, so I guess that's good news, but...
it's going to be everything they have, isn't it? Yeah, they're going to have to figure out something in mid. Maybe this is where you put, you know, if Vega's going to get out mid and trying to challenge up towards that A bomb site very quickly, maybe you don't put an AWP there. Maybe you put the AWP in the A bomb site and have it peer down highway. That might be a way to be able to stop that pressure from middle between the two bomb bomb sites, because that's where it gets sticky. That's where if they have mid and they can attack into A, you still have to be worried that they can attack A. They can split it, and they can also split B. So it's really hard to dictate where your rotations are going to go. And as we've said a couple times, it is difficult even with rifles and full utility to actually hold mid. That's always the question on this map, and Vega exploiting it perfectly with some early smokes and getting out into the open very quickly into these rounds, applying a lot of pressure to Team Liquid.
I mean, we've seen teams in the past on the CT side, if they really want to hold middle, have to, you know, allocate 3 people to go there, which obviously leaves 1 A and 1 in B. So you can see the risk.
And it's not always successful.
No, even then it can be difficult. But see, can we see Chopper again? He's throwing that smoke. So it's going to bounce all the way up there. Yeah, this is pure out genius. I absolutely love this. What a cool team Vega are. This is the next level, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think Liquid's got the idea. Nading JR behind that smoke down to about half HP. Or exactly half HP. But here we go. Here's what we just talked about. Lean towards mid, Naf and Vents, Elige at the sandbags, Nitro on highway, and Twist is the only player in A, and that's where the hit's going to come in. So poor Twist is going to have it all to do, and he's just got this measly FAMAS.
Trying to tap away, but they're all going to be rushing in. He even gets the headshot, but it's just not enough. A couple of spray coming through the smoke, but unable to really do enough damage. Even if they did some, they don't know how much, so it might be hard to try and retake 4 versus 5. We can see how low they all are, so maybe if they had that information, it would make sense to try and go for it. Smoke being set up there for main. Elige wanted to block off part of it, but very, very hard again to get into the bomb site. There is a bit of a flank coming through the squeak door. Taco maybe could open it up. JR going to be flashed for a minute, and Taco, this door timing is everything. Shot rings out from JR. And Taco just trying to maybe distract a little bit. Natfly and Elige coming with big kills. Suddenly it's turned in their favor. It's just Tony Black left 1 versus 2. He's going to get back. Oh no, Taco, did he disconnect?
I think his keyboard must have given out or something. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I would imagine we'd get a timeout there, but his entire job, they flashed Forklift. His entire job, I feel like, was to open up the door and take out that AWPer that was playing at Forklift. I'm not entirely sure what happened that he just kind of stood there. We're not getting that timeout. Maybe his keyboard just deactivated for a moment. Does that happen? I don't know.
Maybe it does. I mean, that's obviously heartbreaking if you're Team Liquid, right?
Yeah.
Because that looked like it was going to be a retake.
You don't go for that retake if you don't have him in that position. So we will play on 6-2 for Vega. Very nice victory in that round, despite the issues. They're going to go for a B-rush. Here's that push, and actually they double up. Naf and Taco combine for 2, and Naf even gets away. That might slow this down. All of Team Liquid is here coming through the vents. Nitro still inside. Elige dropping in towards Checkers. Vega has not retreated. They are boxed in. They just don't know how bad it is, and it's actually not as bad if they were to investigate, but Naf goes for a shallow peek and gets his head ripped off.
Yeah, still a hard round for Liquid to win. It would help them if maybe the bomb had dropped a little bit further up, but I think bomb was third in line going into that rush. Generally, we don't like to see people rush in with the bomb first.
Generally not. The tough part now is Vega. I think Liquid's calling their bluff. Everyone is staying at this B bomb site. And they've got 2 low players, Tony Black at 50, Crush at 10. This kind of patience out of Vega it's designed to make Liquid second guess, knowing they have pistols, making them spread across the map and at least consider middle or A bomb site as an option. And I think Team Liquid obviously doesn't know the HP all that well, and they're just saying, you know what, if they come here, we got a chance. And they got to be so happy to hear this utility being used.
Molotov into the corner. JR going down immediately. Yeah, and they're going to be very excited about this. Nitro picking up the kill, and that leaves Tony Black 1 versus 2. He just catches that kill as Nitro exits into the smoke, and now it's 20 seconds left, and he's getting shot at the back. They were all there, and what a turnaround for Liquid. It almost feels like justice, doesn't it?
A little bit, but you also have to feel worried in a way. Team Liquid, they've won 2 of these rounds have been those kind of, you know, half buys or those kind of save rounds, desperate situations. That round was, you know, a couple saved rifles and all pistols. The first round they won was the same thing. It was 2 saved rifles and all upgraded pistols. They need to get on the board. They need to get some momentum with these gun rounds. They've been given a gift here, and that also shatters the economy of Vega, down to 4 Deagles and an AK-47.
I feel like that last round where Taco disconnected probably was their round where they were going to do that. Oh my god! Nitro thinking surely nobody is crazy enough to run through the smoke, but JR absolutely was. Taking down Elige as the follow-up. How do you deal with that, Moses? That's going to be just mentally shattering.
We can keep coming back to it because we keep talking about how difficult it is to hold middle. That flashbang is just perfectly timed. It's not even all that effective. Nitro's only flashed for a half second, and that's all it took for JR to get out and have the angle on him. They've got a save already, so the one AK-47 they brought into this round with 4 Deagles does the work. 2 entries, and Liquid just have to give it up.
I think Nitro was even looking for the boost, right? He was just thinking, I mean, we've already grenaded that smoke, so that should stop almost everything, right?
I think Team Liquid, they've got to be frustrated. It's like they have to revert back to like prehistoric North American days of just like playing against, you know, psychopaths who just run through smoke for no reason. And they're like, we've gotten out of that hell. We don't want to go back to it.
We spent years, years in that kind of situation. Yeah,
they were born in it, but not molded by it. And they just don't want anything to do with that style of play.
Yeah, they've graduated from that part of Counter-Strike, but
it is like being like, you know, you're supposed to be going to high school or something, and you get knocked back down to middle school for a year.
It's true, but you've got to appreciate. The thing that I really like about it is you throw it around like that, where JR just plays through the smoke like this, but then the rest of the time it's really structured from Vega, and they're playing really high-level, great Counter-Strike. So it's hard as well for Liquid to find any kind of rhythm in all of this, right? It's like some of the rounds are like this, but then some of the rounds they have that. Again, I'm awestruck by that smoke in middle to stop the. You stop the Molotov one, and also you can look underneath
it for like a little bit of a one-way.
Yeah, so you get all that going on all at the same time. How to deal with?
I've seen that before. I can't remember what team brought it out, but I've seen it happen. I know there's a couple offers who look specifically for that play. Either way, yeah, it is super effective, and Team Liquid being put on the back foot here. They're going to take a timeout, decide what they want to do. Now, normally with Team Liquid, you could say this is an area where this might be a breaking point for them. They are a team that's kind of known to not necessarily have the most mental strength. When I speak to Zeus at this event a couple times, that's one of the things that he felt that they've made great strides with their boot camp. Their 2 weeks in Amsterdam, playing at the offices, was he said this is the best mentally that this team has ever been in terms of their strength to move on and persevere.
Look at how quick they can get out behind that. Normally this would be Molotoved off, but they're just there incredibly fast. Elige, though, hiding inside of the smoke, is going to come back out with a 5-7. Big opportunity here, and Naf's going to take the other kill. Well done from Elige. That double kill is massive. He almost looked like he was expecting them to be that fast, and he just read the situation. He's seen it a couple of times already in middle, so job well done.
Just because you don't want to play that way doesn't mean you don't know how. And Liege, that's a perfect counter. Gets in, he knows if they're going to go with that speed towards highway to go to the A bomb site, they're not going to be clearing everything. They're not going to be doing all the details, crossing the T's and dotting the I's, hiding inside the smoke, just biding his time. Chopper and JR as well, the only two left, and they're on opposite sides of the map. With that door open in that direction, they know one is here, Team Liquid. And now Chopper's going to give up his position as well. Molotov behind the box over towards B, and this is should be just a matter of time. Even if Chopper is trying to just make some presence known, trying to draw rotations over, it's not going to stick. Liquid will get the feeling very, very soon that this is not legit.
I hope that jump was also an attempt to try and sell it. These guys.
Did you guys see the footstep in the Molotov?
Yeah.
And the shots fired? I think they're going to save this round. I think they're basically just... Chopper's kind of hoping for a mistake. Same with JR. When it's not coming, Team Liquid, I mean, they just simply can't afford to make a mistake. It's not that they wouldn't do it if they had a little bit more money, but when your economy's at this level for Team Liquid, all 5 players below 1,000, and you're down 3-7, you're playing disciplined Counter-Strike. By the way, this is now the 3rd round that Team Liquid has won, essentially with mostly pistols.
Yeah, you do bring up a good point. I mean, if it works, Moses, then why not keep at it? I know you want the rifles to do most of the work, but...
I think they should just not buy rifles when they have the money? Just go for the 5.7.
We've had that conversation in the past, you know. Yeah. Sometimes it just feels like you could be a bit more crazy, maybe take more risks. Maybe that's what's needed right now.
Maybe it is.
Well, the scoreline is 4-7. Liquid a little bit behind, but But again, they are playing on the CT side, so again, I wouldn't be too panicked yet. This could be a B rush, and there's only one person here. Oh, Taco. He's in an awful position. There's absolutely no chance. Even if he got the kill, he would have gone down immediately afterwards. What a great push here from Vega. Well timed in the round, and I mean, Liquid, if they don't get a kill very quickly, they can't even dream of retaking this.
You mentioned they were looking structured and they were doing very, very well. Here's double nade. Oh, 4 HP. They would have loved to have stomped that plant. Chopper's not... Yeah, he is. They did have to use 3 grenades and a Molotov, so that's an expensive way to flush out 1 kill, but they've at least opened up the bomb site. Smoke down towards A main. Tony Black cannot see through that. And they're going to go for this, Anders. This is a big risk.
Yeah, let's see how this plays out. A lot of the rest of the half could really ride on this. Flashbang to go through the smoke, and Tony Black wants to see if he can peek on through. Nobody on the bomb site itself, and Tony Black flashed as soon as he comes through the smoke. That's a good way to get started. 4 on 3 now. Dropping down is Twister looking for a kill. Elige is out of it, but Naf with 1 kill. Twister with the follow-up, and now they're on the defuse and Crush. He can't see a single thing, and Liquid will make it work. That is a really well done retake. That is not easy. They made it look easy, but that's quite hard to do.
Yeah, great use of utility for Team Liquid as well. Staggering the flashbangs before you come in, and Vega's got to be stunned. I like this play call, though. And you mentioned it, Anders. Vega Squadron, despite the fact that we're seeing a couple players do some crazy things coming through smokes, they have been playing a structured style, and they have been dominating in mid. And what makes that so dangerous is that is the play call designed to exploit the fact that they've had success in mid time after time. They've seen the emphasis now that Liquid is putting on it, going for a straight B rush, only 1 defender there. It's the ideal scenario. Get in, get the bomb plant, put yourself in a position to win the round, and unfortunately, Liquid just well versed on that retake, obviously.
I feel like this is a big window to get back into the game here for Liquid. Now that Vega are out of money again, if Liquid get up to, I mean, I would say even 5 rounds, I would still consider it a pretty competitive game. Oh my god.
That's not bad.
They got nuked, didn't they?
Follow-up nade as Chopper hides a little bit deeper on that boost, and Elige is pushing in towards door, but the avenue to get into the A bomb site is wide open. At least it was. Twist has closed that door quickly. 1 more player, hut sheet, and the last one left, and just styling.
How do you do that?
He's good at the game, Anders.
He is pretty good at the game.
The magician.
We call him that, exactly. The magnificent Van Dolken. And I mean, there's a little bit of magic around him in general. How does he do that thing with his hair, Moses? How does it stay up? How does it work?
They've got products for that. Do you think he's one of those guys that spends like 30 minutes on their hair in the morning, 45 minutes on their hair in the morning to make it look messy?
Probably.
You think so?
Listen, we're just jealous, Moses. Some of us don't have it soon. Some of us won't have it.
There's a whole lot of issues going on.
There are a lot of issues.
Naf is going to be in some trouble. You can hear these footsteps calling out. This is an all. Oh my god! I cannot believe you hear that. Naf is going to be frustrated. All right. Well, round's over.
We had the B rush. Now it's the A rush, and again, I think it's the constant change of pace here from Vega that are just really hard to keep up with. Although they've also had that mid rush where they boost. Like, they just seem to catch Liquid off guard.
Their first bullet accuracy is so good, and it's insane watching Chopper do some of these entries. Like, he's on point at the moment, and that's going to give Vega the lead in the first half. I'm so amazed to see him hard clear that angle that Naf was in. I thought for sure Naf was going to get 1 and maybe a chance to spray down 2.
Yeah, it seems unlikely. Not the first place you'd go and look for an enemy to hide that early in the round, but
there could easily be someone quad that's just waiting to hear footsteps and pop out and eliminate you. So, all right, well done. 8-6, and I mean, there's plenty of money on the Liquid side to buy. Twist has 10,000, so no worries for anyone. He's going to drop whatever gun is needed. Just a little bit of a shock and awe going on here by Vega Squadron.
It really is. 8-6 in their favor. And we'll see what happens here in the round number 15. Chance for Liquid to make it back to 7. I think 6 is already good enough. They can make that work. 7 would be almost a bit of a luxury at this point in time. And as you said, it's been a kind of a strange first half just because so many of the rounds have been put on the board by Liquid with pistols. So, don't know what to make of it, but less pace this time for Vega.
I feel like this is a good moment to acknowledge. Actually, hold that thought. This is going to be an A hit. It looks like at the moment, waiting for this Molotov to clear. Maybe we'll save that. I'll save that point for halftime. Tony Black, Hutchie, Chopper waiting in A main. JR and Crush just watching for pushes on other sides of the map, and Taco's going to have a great position for a quick rotation. If he keeps going in this direction, though, the timing is going to be everything. JR, he just looks away now. He looks back, and it's just immediate.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Very hard to know if you're Taco, if you're supposed to stay and wait, as you said, for the hit to come and then rotate, or...
Well, especially because of the pace, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned the change of pace that Vegas had. A couple rushes these past few gun rounds. Now they slow it down, and Taco's believing that it's going to be much, much faster, much quicker to come in. Alicia's posted himself up in mid as well. He's ready to have a quick flank, but he's so exposed. If Crush peeks this, I don't know if Alicia can react in time.
No, especially because his own, assuming he's got the gun model on the right-hand side, you can change it. It's probably going to be blocking his view up there. Some players obviously do swap it around all the time, depending on what position they're holding, but I don't know if Elige is going to be one of them. Nitro, just trying to avoid the flashbangs the best that he can, but not going to be able to, and he has to fall back from that angle. Good spray from Twist, dangerous angle here. Continuing on, great follow-up, the triple coming through. That is beautiful, taking down Chopper as the last one. Good solid defense by the Forklift, and Crush is simply out of time here. They don't have to fight him at all. There's only 5 seconds. If they run, they win. Sometimes that's what you want. So good job overall. 7-8 Liquid. I think they were in hot water at some point, but they sort of made it back, and good job on them.
I mean, a scrappy half. They really had to battle for those 7 rounds. That is impressive. Great job from Twist, obviously, with a quad kill from Forklift. But yeah, I think the story of that half is just the impressive T-side from Vega. A lot of different change of paces, a lot of different fast-paced attacks towards middle, really using that to exploit some weaknesses on the extremities later in the half. And I'll bring that point back up because I think it is appropriate to kind of talk. This is what we saw out of Vega on the remember on the first day. I mean, it was Spirit who started off that game, but Vega as well had a great T-side and a very, very weak CT side, right? Yeah. Only got 3 rounds on Mirage on their CT side, switched it over. And I think they got, what, 13 on their T-side? I don't think that went to overtime. It might have. Can't remember. So long ago.
It is. I think it stayed in regulation, but I would say, in spite of all the impressive stuff we saw at Vega, I actually don't think they did enough. Like, it was so close, and if they hadn't lost those pistol rounds or those weird force-ups from Liquid, then they would have, I think, then they could have finished 11-4, and it would have been fine. Then they would have been in a good position, but I think this is going to come back to haunt them a little bit. That's
got to be so frustrating as well, to do so good on the gun rounds and not be able to contain some of those force buys that Team Liquid brought out. We heard Daps tells the story of just, Nap saying, yeah, I'm confident in it, and Twist saying, yeah, I'm confident as well, and they just go for it, and they're able to bang out some of those rounds. Liquid's going to be passive on this pistol, looking for aggression, looking for pushes. Nitro spots one in A main. Hutchie just taking an information peek, and Taco seeing if he can stop him from falling back. Find a weird timing where Hutchie isn't ready for it. This is a small fake.
Yeah, it is, but in a pistol round, oh my god, he didn't touch the ground, did he? Chopper just continuing and taking down Nitro. You said it. The first bullet accuracy off the charts here. And now JR going to be in position for even more headshots here. Liquid, the fake has now been realized. They definitely know what's coming. The full rotation is about to walk into this bomb site. And JR just holding them back here. And this kind of slowdown for Liquid, I don't know. It's almost like they had to win that fight against JR.
They took way too long. They didn't want to commit to that. I think they kind of want to pull these rotations back and forth to at least thin the defense on maybe the other side of the map. I mean, it's hard to say that this is a right or wrong decision just because the situation is so desperate. Chopper already 2 kills, 2 instant headshots, and I think he might find Nap. Yeah, he's just going to swing out first bullet. Can't adjust onto Elige, and now back to the B bomb site we go. Tony, Black, and JR, the other ones here, they have to commit to this. 30 seconds on the clock and no utility. 1 flashbang.
See if they could find even anything. A bomb plant right now would be great, but they're getting shut down. And good job from Twist, but it is just too late. That was an incredible first kill. I think Taco is actually airborne when he just gets completely taken out of the sky. Oh my god.
Jesus, what are you supposed to do against that?
Oh, that's incredible.
Unreal. Even this one, the first bullet as well. Chopper having himself quite a game. He's 13-10. Twist is actually leading the server 14-5. They had a lot of saves in that first half. So Twist has done a good job overall. Here we go, though. Deagle investment from Team Liquid.
I mean, they made it work in the first half. A lot of fire damage spilling down onto Nitro's head. That can't be comfortable.
No, it can't be. Boosted in towards vents. Boosted up onto the roof as well. 7-9 as Team Liquid try and come back in this. These Deagles haven't connected any damage just yet. Don't think they've spotted too many. I think it's mostly just been fun spam. And Elige now starting to progress. And Vents Peak can be so deadly if they don't have the timing for it.
Yeah, especially if it's set up with a flashbang from a teammate. Crush has one over by the box on highway, so if he flashes in and they go for the peak and vent, kind of a hard combo to stop. We'll see if we can catch that. Elige going to be taking down Tony Black, so good beginning here with the Deagles.
That was the Vents player as well. That's a tough angle to get that kill.
Oh, Chopper out of the open. He makes it back around the corner, but somebody could have peeked him from main then if he hadn't got back to safety. Hachi back here with a Molotov to slow them down if they really do show up. It feels like they do. Eventually they're going to get the bomb this way, running out of time now with 30 seconds. They need to make this one work. Liquid, they did it so many times in the first half. If they can steal it away now, that's probably going to frustrate Vega in increasing amounts. Crush very low on health behind the forklift, and they're going to go for the peak here. Instant headshot, no head armor on Nitro, and he's out of it. Wants a bit more, and he's going to get it as well. Crush with an excellent defense. Triple for him now, surviving on 18 health, and Taco simply doesn't have time to win the round anymore. Goes for that Deagle shot, and it's not bad at all. They do a lot of damage, but that was well done.
It's not bad, all things considered, from Team Liquid with only the Deagles bought up, no armor, no utility, but still they had a great chance to win that. Good cheat for Vega Squadron. 3 players at that A bomb site. I think that's what really kept Crush alive. Stellar shots with only 10 HP in that spot, but there were 2 other players in the bomb site. They had to kill one, and the other one's still alive to make sure they really can't commit to clearing that position out. So really good defense from Vega after you lose that initial player in middle. 7-10 and P250s and CZs this time for Team Liquid.
Yeah, let's just see. The pressure is starting to mount here for the Liquid side. I don't think it's out of control yet, but that first rifle round is going to be really important right now.
It's going to be crucial, isn't it? Here comes Team Liquid. They're going to storm out of this door. One flashbang out. They're not blind. This is going to be a good kill for Taco. And he gets away with his life, and now dinks through the smoke, and Naf comes right through it to finish it off. Goes for more, and the boost is going to finish him. So maybe screw the rifle round. Team Liquid's ready to go right now. Again, no armor and CZs. So many rounds. Somehow Liquid has pulled in their favor.
This is really hard to explain to new viewers of Counter-Strike because it's not really the way it's supposed to work, but Liquid are making it work anyway. Shutting down the round, only losing 1 player, just pistols, almost no utility whatsoever. Running 4 men, 4 out of Squeak in that round?
Yep.
And somehow they get the perfect timing. I'm surprised that flashbang that was thrown from highway in the beginning didn't work better. Regardless, this is great stuff. And what is that, the 3rd, 4th, 5th
I think it's
round?
the 4th or 5th that they've won like that with just pistols if you go back to that first half. Incredible stuff, and I don't know if this is a misbuy from Vega. JR bought that M4 as soon as the round started. Maybe some frustration, but this is a tough buy for them. Everyone down below 150, 3 players on $0. This will be a very, very harsh reset for Vega Squadron if they don't win this round. We see a lot of teams force buy, but you have to feel without utility, they only have 1 flashbang left already, and with no kits, it's a pretty desperate scenario. That damage in the second round caused by Team Liquid coming back to haunt them here.
And I can appreciate Liquid spreading out in a sort of a default hold on this side because how crazy Vega were playing in the first half, you have to expect that there would be some sort of CT side aggression here. And they are pushed up outside of B and close to middle there, but it's not as crazy as it can get.
I mean, the nice thing for Vega is they're going to have, I mean, Crush is going to be able to come up highway. Hachi inside the bomb site, Tony Black here as well. This is a pretty staunch defense on A. Taco spots one on highway. He's going to take that fight. Nades onto Hachi as well. Not committed yet from Team Liquid, but they will come in now. Tony Black just pulled just out into the open. There's the SMG, only able to do 1. An M4 would have been so nice. And Crush biding his time. He goes down as well. Chopper left with nothing to do. No teammates alive to take any attention away, and this is going to be a win. A 9th round for Team Liquid. And all the guns being taken away now. JR needs to try and save this M4.
Yeah, absolutely. They've really brought it back, and again, off the back of some fairly questionable rounds, but at this point, you'll take whatever you can get to make this one work. And JR just going to be lingering around in the middle. They do seem to be slightly searching for him. I guess they don't have to go all in, but someone like Nitro could definitely take a run at it with the MP9. Not much of a loss if it doesn't work out. They maybe, they don't even know that he has the import, do they? So,
I mean, they're gonna know he buyed, right? With the way they killed the other opponents, they're gonna. I don't think they know it's an M4, obviously, but they're gonna know he bought up armor, he bought up some kind of a weapon. I think they're gonna be fine with going up against one M4. I don't think Vega, if they buy behind this, they've truly gone crazy. They've gone full insanity, and we'll need to sit him down and have a chat. Maybe get him a psychiatrist.
I like that. I bet we can...
There could be some good content, I think, if we brought like a psychiatrist in to talk to not only us as talent, but players as well.
Well, in that case, why don't we bring Maniac? He's got a degree in psychology. I feel like we could...
Does he?
Yeah,
he psychology?
Does. Yeah. So, I think it's work-related psychology, if I'm not mistaken. But this is kind of work. So, let's go for it. That would be good content.
Yeah.
It's obviously unnerving having a psychologist that's called Maniac, but at the same time, what can you do?
I don't think he chose his nickname when he decided to go into psychology.
Yeah, well, it's too late now. Twist goes down, JR returned the bond, and Tony Black will follow up. Nitro able to get that kill, and Taco as well. It's a whole team effort going into this round, and Team Liquid looking great. Oh my god, Taco. He's finding a little bit of rhythm here. He's got 16 kills. He's actually playing a great game right now.
Yeah, he's come alive in this second half. He's been great for Team Liquid. Twist at 17-7, Taco 16-11. Starting to come alive here, and I think the benefit, because of that buy that Vega Squadron came out with, the next few gun round, or this gun round is going to be a little bit light. They have decent utility, no kits. A lot of danger though, so still in the kind of economic pits for Vega Squadron. 3 straight for Team Liquid as we get tied up 10-10.
Of course, Taco has a heart assist spray. He's just a genuinely nice guy, isn't he? Should have seen it coming.
Yeah.
JR extinguishing the fire. Not 100% clear why. I feel like he could have saved that smoke for later. Was anything accomplished by it, Moses?
Maybe he doesn't like fire, the way you don't like horses.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is a reasonable fear. Haji, the timing should have been perfect. I don't know how Twist gets that kill.
Oh, the follow-up spam as well brings Chopper down to 17, so he pays for that trade. There's one. I think Elige saw the other as well. He knows Crush is below him. The information is there for Team Liquid, and Elige is going to get the kill anyways. Vega is getting peeled apart. There's JR with the peek over the smoke, and he gets eliminated very quickly. Now Liquid's hitting their stride on this T side.
You see in that round how quickly it can spiral out of control, because if Haji gets that kill, they can just back off. Like, they get that kill, they run back, they're 4 versus 5, it is all good, but the fact that that fight lasts, what, like a second longer than he was expecting, and suddenly they lose one, the other one on half health, it all just quickly goes the wrong way. Yeah, a game of really narrow margins at the moment.
So he talked about there the T sides of Cash. At times we see them being very, very effective. There's a timeout here at the start of this round. Twist needs to refresh his gum. It's lost its flavor.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do that, right? Were you one of those people? Remember there was a trend, but this is like in, the 90s or something. Everyone would have these like huge like bubble gums that we could make like huge, blow like huge
bubbles.
Yeah.
Bubble yum.
So I can't remember what it's called.
The big bricks.
I remember it was quite exciting, but also after a while it sort of lost its.
Yeah,
maybe we can bring it back.
The bubble gum, or the gum that's used to blow bubbles loses its flavor very quickly. It's not designed to last.
No, but I feel like in the age of you could probably what if you combined vaping with bubble gum blowing, Moses? You could have like smoke inside of it. I feel like this it's going to be a 2008.
blow smoke inside of a bubble gum bubble.
Right. Maybe if you do that and chew on some Tide Pods in the meantime, you could combine this into a lot of things. A lot of stuff potential here.
Disclaimer for those of you at home: please do not chew on Tide Pods.
Right. Do people need that disclaimer? I feel like they don't. I think you are insulting our audience, Moses.
Potentially. It's worth it for the safety reasons. So there is a computer issue. I think Hutchie is they're trying to figure some things out with Hutchie's PC. He just dropped from the server, so he is currently bought Hutchie on the inside of the game. So we've got a little bit of pause.
Yeah,
that's what's happening. I think this is the tough part. We can talk a little bit about this game. I mean, obviously you guys don't have the information up on your screen. I'm looking at it right now. Elige has 13,000 built up. Nitro has about 12,000. Taco's right there as well with 11,500. This is a lot of money for the T side. I mean, even NAF has 8,000. Vega's going to have to burn through a lot, and it's another round where they're sitting right around the 3,000 mark, so they're right on the edge of, not even really on the edge.
What you're saying is Liquid are rich.
Yeah, rich.
Why is it so tempting to do that?
I don't know. It does feel good when you put that emphasis on it. I think this will have to be a half buy for Vega. It's a 4-round losing bonus built up for them, so they're getting what, 2,900, I believe it is. Where am I going with that? Oh, yeah, gonna have to be a half buy, and then they'll get they'll be rich in the next round, and then they can buy.
Now we have to do that every single time, don't we? So we'll see. We'll get Haji back in the game as swiftly as possible, but it's a tough position for Vega to be in, winning that many rounds in the first half, but constantly losing to pistols, and then...
Yeah, that's the crazy part. It was the pistols that kept Liquid in this game. I mean, and here's the thing. I mention this frequently. It does feel to a certain degree, at least in the first half certainly, Vega outplayed Liquid in a big way. They did a very good job. They actually looked like the better team in that first half. I mean, you obviously have to extend that for all 30 rounds, switching sides and everything like that. But, you know, if you're Team Liquid, if you're one of the favorites, and we talk about it all the time with teams like Astralis, teams like North, teams like FaZe, when we've seen them in some hit some obstacles and some struggles early on in events, you have to be able to win games where you come out flat, or your opponents are coming out really, really good and hitting some incredible shots and outplaying you. You have to be able to recover, because you're not just always going to have the easy breeze through in a game.
I'll tell you what, Moses, maybe now that we've got this little timeout here, now's the time for some octopus conversation that we didn't get yesterday. I know it's early, but...
all right, what have you got? What have you got with octopus?
Well, so my opinion is that octopus are really they're really the aliens that we've already discovered. We just didn't know it at the time, so we just assumed they were another creature living in the ocean.
Yeah.
But they're really not, and here's the reason why.
Okay.
So everybody thinks that octopi, they can, sort of change the color of their skin because of camouflage, but that's not really true. That's only a small part of it. The real thing is that they actually have language on their skin, so they can communicate without using any words or anything. Just the closest thing to telepathy that we've got. And there's actually a whole book on it. There's someone tried to do like a, just get all the the lexicography of all that whole thing, the whole octopus language. Someone tried to get that done.
What was that new Alien movie that came about language, where they went into the spaceship?
Right. I know exactly what you mean.
Some real octopus type stuff right there.
Yeah. I forget the name of it as well. But that's exactly it. So we made a whole movie of it. But they're already here. We already have them. They're just in the ocean, and they're super advanced. It's cool.
There's that other one where they get trapped in I think it's called Life, where they're trapped in the spaceship in outer space.
Yeah, that movie had a good premise, but it turned out to be awful, didn't it?
I liked it.
No.
I really liked it.
You didn't.
I had a good time with that. Yeah.
It was
the only reason I bring it up is because that alien did kind of look like an octopus, and he was relatively a deadly alien.
Yeah. I feel like...
That was an alien you don't really want to mess with.
Yeah, I feel like at a certain point, you realize they just cannot kill it. It's just... there was something... I feel like they could have done that so different. It was a good idea, but it
did seem a bit strange when the flamethrower didn't work and the machine gun didn't work.
Yeah, there was something there that was a little bit too much. But otherwise, a decent premise, I feel like.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, the aliens, they're already here, Moses, as you well know.
They've been here all along, some would say. Maybe we're the aliens. Have you ever thought about that, Anders?
Yeah, I'd say that's likely. That's really likely.
Cool.
There's a good chance.
Good chance. Still with the technical pause as things are worked on. Let's go over, Anders. Let's talk about some of the upcoming games. Let's pause the octopus, the eight-legged creature talk. And let's see what we've got coming up next for all you viewers out there. We're starting off the day with a 2-0 game, so obviously right now Liquid and Vega Squadron is currently paused. Coming up next is Astralis versus NIP. That's going to be a rematch of that sick semifinal we had in Stockholm just last week. That was the game. Force had what, like a 1 versus 5. Get Right had like a 1 versus 4. Get Right, you know, had that he styled upon device with that shotgun clutch.
Yeah.
5 HP. Coming up after that is going to be the 1-on-1 games. It's Complexity taking on Big, and then it is Spirit taking on Rogue.
That's going to be some interesting. I think the Spirit Rogue one is going to be really wild, I expect. I think Big are going to have a good chance versus Complexity. That would be my guess anyway.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't think Big should have lost the game yesterday. I was kind of shocked at that, actually.
You don't think Big should have lost yesterday?
Yeah, I had a feeling that they were going to win that game too. I've got high expectations of the Big. I really like that team.
That was Vega Squadron that caused that upset, wasn't it?
It was.
On train. That was yeah. I actually have reasonably high expectations out of Big as well. I was actually shocked that they lost that one.
Yeah, not even because of Cologne. I know everyone's talking about that. I just think their approach, and obviously I
think we're all big fans of Gabi. I know where you're going with this one.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm on that fan club train. I just think I'm never getting off that. Actually,
that's the one you ride and die
signed up for life.
That's a good train and a good fan club to be part of for life, because I don't think you can ever lose. Like, even if Gabi never lifts another trophy, even if he never gets to like another final again, like the history that he has behind his career, I don't think you can ever really have a bad time with that.
Yeah, buy your Gabi stickers now and you'll never be disappointed.
Yeah. Spirit versus Rogue. How you feeling with Rogue?
I have to go with my boy Hiko on that one.
All right.
I and Cadian, can't forget. Just a rogue Danish player that's made his way on there.
Yep, gotta support the boys. We're back in action. As you can see, 11-10 is the score out of the technical pause, as Hachi is feeling good. He's back in, and you can see their upgraded pistols coming out for Vega Squadron.
Yeah, it's just a recap again. Liquid are rich, and Vega just don't really have a lot to work with.
You gotta put a little bit more, you know,
to draw it out,
umph into it, you know. Rich.
I'll work on it. We'll get there, Moses. Don't worry. Nitro, just gonna be smoking off. Don't want to take any chances. Molotoving the corner, making sure they don't lose to pistols like Vega have been doing quite a bit. Don't want to give one back, do you?
No. In case you're new to Counter-Strike, losing to pistols with rifles is a very bad thing. It is not fun. Good call for Team Liquid, rotating across the map, poised to split into this B bomb site. Taco still coming from A. He'll just be watching the flank. Yeah, they do Molotov each other a little bit. Miscommunication, but it's okay because no one is here from Vega Squadron, so they're going to get a free bomb site. Vega may be setting up for exits, but I mean, even saving the smokes and the flashbangs at this point is a good idea.
I wonder how that happens. Did somebody say, I'm Molotoving the vents, and somebody else just heard vents, so he just thought, okay, I'm coming out vents now, it's fine. It's all good. Chopper in position to pick up 1 kill. Good spin for Elige, and turns around again to get the kill on Crush. Could have been a big loss of rifles. Not sure it would have been a loss of the round exactly. Haji going to be jumping through the smoke, slight madness, but
they've been doing it all game, and it's worked pretty well, so why not continue?
Why not? A bit dangerous. Looked like the Leash was going to go down. He's on 7 health, but they're going to win the round. 12-10 now. Liquid 4 rounds away from making it into the Legend stage.
And it's crazy. We've had 7 rounds. This is the 8th round in this half, and this is the best buy that Vega Squadron is going to have. And I think it's the first time they really have kind of like a full buy since, I guess, the 2nd round of everything you could hope for in that individual instance. So it's been a long time for Vega. I think some of their economic decisions have really put them behind a couple steps in this second half.
Yeah, we've seen that happen a lot. I feel like in the last couple of weeks of Counter-Strike, crazy force-ups.
And look at the complete opposite. Look at the money from Team Liquid.
Yeah, it's out of control.
Yeah, Liege is almost topped out. 10,000 on Taco, 14,000 on Nitro.
Yeah, they've got so many resources to work with on that Liquid side. Helps an enormous amount. I mean, this buy is not so bad for Vega, but they're lacking maybe a couple of grenades on Chopper.
Just Chopper, yeah. That's the only one who's really hurting. They have the AWP on JR, which they haven't had this whole half, so it better get started early. They don't have a whole lot of chances left. Unless they win this round and give themselves some breathing room, this might be the end in this map for Vega. Like we said, this is the 2-0 matchup, so it's not like anyone's getting eliminated. It's just the winner of this Gets to breathe easy, gets to sit back for the next few days in practice, and here we go. Change of pace. Liquid can do it as well. Only one defender here. It's Hutchie. And he's going to spin wide, and no one is even there to look for. He's going to swing even wider, and actually completely blind. He gets the kill, and Liquid, they were trying to wrap around the bomb site, and that's exactly where the reinforcements came in.
I think they were trying to wrap that way because they had that smoke from T-spawn that landed at the highway, so they felt that was probably blocked off and they were going to be just fine. They could focus all their attention on the truck and maybe catch someone there, but it doesn't really work out that way, and they're going to lose the round really swiftly. Chopper with the triple, and that's going to be Vega winning a round, a big one for them as well.
It's 4 players surviving as well, so just very quickly they get a lot of breathing room with their money. I want to know how that got stopped so much. If Liquid has that plan, did they miss a smoke that they got into a fight that they weren't expecting to have? But they stopped cold. They never actually even turned the corner on the bomb site.
No, I mean, you saw Naf was actually throwing that smoke. He was running with it forever and ever, looking into the sky, and that's the one that lands at top. So they've got that going on, but
they had to have missed a smoke somehow. They had to have misplayed that strategy in some way. There's no way you can expect to wrap around that bomb site and have that fight being so clear for that player at truck.
Yeah, but I feel like if they come around, I mean, I feel like it's supposed to be a situation where 4 people are facing him, right? So I don't know why 4 people weren't. Because I can understand the idea of not having him smoked off. I just feel like
it's also, I mean, we should say great play from Hutchie as well, but hold the phone, fast play from Alish. I don't think Nap was supposed to go out with him. I don't think he could get there. Smoke in his face, nades as well. Early advantages in both of these rounds for for Vega Squadron, and now Team Liquid's going to have to recover again.
Yeah, Tony Black got wallbang down to 27. Oh, big chance there for Nitro, but looks like they're going to live on the other side at least for the minute. Now more of a normal setup with 2 in B, 3 in A. Nobody holding the middle right now for Vega. But since they're a man up, they can kind of better afford to do this. Especially if they take over main. Not staying completely inactive here, Vega. I really like that.
I know you love this call. Get the advantage in mid, fall away from it. Preserve the 5-on-4, take over A main, get a lot of information, gain a lot of ground, and now Team Liquid really kind of funneled towards this B bomb site. Crush is coming over. That Molotov is going to do a little bit, but there's no one coming from B main. It's all coming from checkers at the moment. Molotov's into the bomb site, smoke going down. Now the rotation is really heavily on 3 players here. Crush waiting in the smoke. Taco's got the angle. They haven't committed yet, though. And Liquid has no more nades.
Good Molotov there on JR, just forcing him out of position, but Crush is still going to be able to kill. That's such a great position, taking down Nitro and headshot onto Nafly. Slight overkill with that AWP, but he'll certainly get the job done. Twist now at a 1 versus 5, and Vega are about to tie up the scoreline here. Twist can try the best here, but they're all coming for him, and Crush will take him out. Another triple kill for him. A great game as well on his side. So tied up at 12-12 now towards the end of the game. This is quite incredible.
There's still just so much money to burn through for Team Liquid. Vega Squadron really having to play this game on Nightmare mode. They've got to win so many more in a row. Liquid's going to pretty much be able to buy up through the full losing bonus. There's still another one after this. But definitely, certainly, Vega has gotten back into it. Now they have all the utility, all those struggles they had with their money, not able to buy the nades, not able to have the AWP. That all goes away now. Some breathing room built up as well off the back of those 2 wins. Yeah, the strat book for Team Liquid is going to kind of get pressured. They might have to dig a little deep for something to win this map.
Let's see what that involves. Certainly there are a lot of options on this map. But let me see if they can establish a little bit of mid control. That usually gives you way more options to fake around from A to B. If the CTs know what's happening in middle, generally they can keep some sort of track of how many Ts are where. Seems like more of a normal A execute this time, and that could be trouble for Hutchie. Those smokes are going to land all around. No smoke for the high ground just yet, so there's a bit of an opportunity there. Hutchie trying to peek out. Chopper's gone down. 1 good kill, but he needs a bit more. Buying time for his team at the moment. It's a really good job from Hutchie, but he's not going to live through it. Elijah will take him down, and Crush was trying to reinforce on the other side, but Nap took him down. So this is all working beautifully here for Team Liquid. 2-on-4 retake. Even if Vega have a bit of money, I don't think it's worth it.
Great entry from Twist. He's really the one that busted this up this flank. This could be huge, not looking for whatsoever. Taco's going to go down. They could have lined up, but immediately Naf swings out wide to take that headshot. They know exactly where JR is. If he sticks around, they're going to take this off away. Great flick. Liquid still got to be careful. It's still possible. And JR now going to back away. 30 HP, not able to land that shot. So Good response from Team Liquid, and JR, don't lose this off. You don't want to spend the money on it again. Risky fights. And he's even
catching him.
He's even going to run into a leash. He's going right at him. Thankfully, he finds that kill.
That's really well done. JR not afraid of them whatsoever, but not going to be a fight at the end. Still, it's another round for Team Liquid. One more step in the right direction, and just a good call. This time, no craziness, trying to rush just the default smokes more or less. Nafly, I think, having a good round as well.
Yeah, I mean, you could see kind of they're allowing their entry players to do some work, and a lot of players staying far back in the door in a main and just kind of providing support. The spam through to making sure no one can swing wide on the bomb site. One player watching towards the balcony as well, just having a very, very nice setup to allow guys like Twist to get out and take some frags.
You even gotta wonder if that smoke on the railing up top was intentionally not there, so the Naf could get that fight. Sort of, he was watching for it from Squeak. It sort of looked like he was ready for it. So sometimes you can try and bait people into doing that just by not throwing a particular smoke. Oh, from Crush's point of view, he's gonna get out, but that's a little bit painful.
That fire spread and forced Crush into the open right into Naf's spam, but he had stopped shooting. That was just a second later. He would have gone down and almost by the time he'd get through the edge of that smoke. Crush maybe not even aware of how close he was to going down a couple times. This is just the default for Team Liquid. Everyone watching for pushes, and this is the last buy that Vega would have, although they might have to force up after this, but 13-12. Really taking it to Liquid. Good nade. Nice timing on that. Naf and Elige brought down so low, that's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, not even seeing anyone now. The boost on the other side, and it's going to be a quick trade, but as soon as you see that boost, you know there's going to be somebody else there. So at least the count on one more player in middle. Tony Black falling back around the corner. Twisted takedown chopper, and now Hachi alone on this bomb site. Has to stay alive. He's going to win that first fight. Continues the spam through. Incredibly dangerous. Again, he's the only one holding on the site, and only for a second longer as Nitro will take him down. JR and Tony Black, this is the key round for them. 2-1-3. No bomb plant yet, and only 24 seconds, but up on the high ground. Any second now, you see Lige waiting for it. Great position. And Tony Black, one click, but the bomb is already down, and he needed more with that FAMAS. He's going to go down to Taco, and Liquid will win the round 14-12 here. Just a good job, and almost it looked like Vega could have made it back there.
They were so close. That Molotov that prevented the cross into the bomb site seemed like it was going to buy enough time to get them into position. Elige taking a big risk in a 3-on-2. Just he has low HP. He wants to go find the information. Is rewarded with a free kill. Nicely done, Team Liquid. I mean, you can see the timing on that. When they realize there is that boost, you're exactly right. They know exactly the amount of numbers there are. They know there's going to be an emphasis on middle. So they take that A bomb site very, very quickly, especially when that push through comes in. That aggression, not a bad idea, just doesn't get enough results. And now Vega going to play a little bit more conservative with the economy, not going to force buy in this round. They really don't even have the opportunity to. 2 in a row for Team Liquid, and Vega needs everything they can to start a run that's going to have to be 3 rounds to force OT. Assuming nothing crazy happens in this round.
They have so few tools to do any kind of craziness with. A smoke on Crush, and then a 4-man stack at the A bomb site. It's really limited.
Well, Liquid really has attacked this A bomb site quite frequently. That's a good kill, and that's a small mistake from Tony Black. You have a 4-man stack and you give up one like that. It's going to make things much easier. They have the right call, obviously, as we can see. Nade's going to rain into this bomb site. Great damage. Molotov as well. This is not looking great. It's actually a very weird situation if you're Vega Squadron. Nowhere to move and burning. Crush goes down to the flames. It spreads that last little bit. And Liquid hasn't even come out of the choke point. They're just more than happy to dump all their economy into the bomb site and see what happens. Exterminators.
Did Nitro get boosted up onto the little lamp that's there?
I think I boosted up onto the boxes.
Yeah, and maybe it just walked up there. That's interesting. Anyway, just overall, good push, good use of the utility. That's kind of how you want to avoid losing the pistols, right? Just out-grenading them, and well done indeed. JR going to be going down to Nitro as well. 15-12. Team Liquid now at match point, and Vega, even after that, you know, it's not like they buy into a straight double up or anything like that.
It's 5 M4s, it's light on utility, it's no kits as well. Yeah, he is boosted up, so right over the top, and then he just walks forward, casual. That had to have been stressful to be a Vega player inside that bomb site. 3 Molotovs, HE grenades streaming in, smokes everywhere, you can't see anything. Nice call from Team Liquid.
So, in spite of a rocky first half for Team Liquid, they made their way back off of converting some pistol forces into wins, and then this T side has been looking way better for them as well. So it's pleasant to see them playing at this level again. They're 2-0 right now in the group, and this win would put them into the legend stage as the first team. Is there some honor in that, do you think, being the first team out?
Not really, because I think, you know, Astralis or NIP, one of them is, I mean, you can't be the first team just by virtue of time you play during the day, right? That seems a bit silly.
I'd take that, Moses. I'd celebrate.
Yeah, but knowing you'll take whatever you can get.
Just gotta look for the easy victories. If the schedule gives you one, then.
All right. Well, this looks like it almost looks like Liquid want to go to some mid control. And again, Vega is just kind of calling the bluff, saying like, you know, we know you've hit and had success at the A bomb site 4 rounds in a row, but we're not going to change anything. Still going to go for mid. Chopper's over quickly. Maybe that's the big change. And Crush starting to go for a flank. All right. This is going to be dangerous. It looks like Nitro is going to go down. Elige isn't looking. Elige is definitely going to die here. Unless he turns right now, which he's not going to, but that gives up the game with the flank. Now if they get into this bomb site, Chopper needs to be eliminated. And he's got 2. That's beautiful. Taco wrapping around the bomb site, going to push forward. That means Twist needs to get into the site to plant the bomb. And Taco aggressive towards Truck. He didn't commit to the peak, but now he is. He needs to find this kill. There it is finally. One more. You put Twist in a 1-on-2, and oh, he's overexposed. He's pushed forward.
Yeah, no defense here whatsoever. He's going to go for the fight, but coming up from middle again, he almost adjusts to it. Good read from Twist, and that's a bit of a shame. Could have probably worked out, but Vega are going to win the round, 15-13 now.
I'm wondering if maybe I'm not sure, because he had the information of where both players were. That flank was just 1 kill on Elige and then fall back towards middle.
I really like the idea from Taco making that push, because it's probably the last thing you expect in a 2-on-3, that one of them is going to be pushing the truck, and I think if he'd stuck with it, probably would have won that fight much earlier. And
yeah, I think if he kills JR, much more convincing.
Yeah.
If he swings wide that first time, I think he gets that kill, and he probably spots the second player as well and is able to handle that to some degree. Yeah, not on a knife's edge. Not bad. 15-13, Vega's still in it, still fighting. We'll see where Team Liquid goes with this one. It's a lot of rounds just battering ram at that A bomb site, and they've been able to get in and get those plants. Tactical timeout for Team Liquid down the stretch here, and I imagine this is a timeout that's used to kind of talk through the last 2 rounds. If we don't win this one, we know what we want to do for the last round as well, and you have 2 timeouts for overtime.
Yeah, good time for it. That push in the middle that was happening on the T side, catching Elige on the boost, obviously. When you're the rest of Liquid, and I guess the one of the key players in the middle goes down with no warning, it does put a lot of pressure on the rest of that A push. You kind of know that
it's ride or die with whatever happens there.
Right, there's no changing it anymore.
And Chopper gets 2 kills. Can't talk enough about him in that round or this map overall. 23-19 for Chopper. He's actually leading the server.
Yep.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, not able to see anyone with that jump, but again, mid-control for Vega. Something that Liquid struggled with on the CT side.
It's kind of funny seeing Vega put so much emphasis on it, knowing, I mean, maybe it's due to the fact that, you know, they just say, you know, we have such an easy time taking mid on our T side. We know we have to put some emphasis on this and put some bodies here to slow this down. Liquid really haven't gone for it too much outside of putting a player on boost. That's a intimidating flashbang for NAF, but there's no follow-up to it. Blind and safe.
Yeah, no trouble there. They've Molotov. I feel like both teams have Molotov the sandbags a lot, and no one's been there even once. So, I mean, it is quite common on this map, but just not this game.
Yeah, you have to expect that Molotov is going to come in towards sandbags if you're a defender, so you're not even wanting to mess with it. Another smoke in towards mid. They're going to delay a little bit longer. That's still just over 30 seconds is when that'll expire. Counter smoke in towards that CT choke point. 3 players here still. Tony Black and Vents. Chopper behind the smoke in mid. And Crush ready to peek from highway.
Oh, just over the smoke. As it's fading, and Chopper will take down Elige. Good step in the right direction here, only 20 seconds, and this could be something like overtime if they win this. JR got a good lineup here. They're trying to line. Oh my god, they walked right in front. That probably should have been double now. Tony Black in checkered and Chopper there to help out, and Taco the last one left. Moment of fear as it looked like JR could have had even more, but they'll make it through the round 14-15. And well, the money's still there for Liquid, which is it's just impressive how much they've been able to buy.
Well, I mean, that's why we talk about Vega playing in Nightmare mode, just because they've let that money grow so much. They could have an easy round here, right? You think maybe they win a couple in a row, they have an easier time of things. It's not to be. And JR still not going to be able to get that AWP out, but that is a great round, and you have to question the call from Team Liquid out of that timeout, or just feel like it. I mean, that was just, they didn't really do much that round, did they? Waiting out smokes in middle, allowing Elise to just walk out on that roof all on his lonesome, no flashbangs, just see if he can find a duel. When he goes down, it's just a B hit with 20 seconds left, and obviously Vega is going to be able to react to that very, very quickly. Yeah. So, last effort out of Team Liquid, last chance to end this in regulation.
You know what always works, Moses? B-rush.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for? We actually haven't seen Team Liquid do. I mean, we saw Vega do the B-rush, the A-rush as well, find some timings. We haven't seen Liquid try and do any of those like knockout punch, like just a pop flash into smoke. You know, dumb it down, play a simple style.
Well, so far it's just Twist holding outside of B, so not really much of a rush at all. Smoke there in main. A grenade maybe could have been even better, but still not bad. And a pretty good trap set here for Vega. It's pretty common for someone to Molotov both those corners that they're in. It's Chopper and Haji. They've got to be careful that they don't get completely Molotoved out. Might be a bit of backup from Highway as well. It's not a bad setup defensively, but again, one good grenade can really screw things up a little bit. You see Haji's actually turned and just waiting to hear a flashbang or anything. Look
at this gamble that Vega do, and they're winning out of the gamble. We'll see if they can win the round. 4 players defending this bomb site. Haji here, he's going to be forced in the open into the... They're not waiting for it. He doubles him up. They throw the correct Molotovs. Thankfully, Nap gets the kill through the door, but there's still so many players that Liquid have to contend with. Into the bomb site we go. Chopper still alive, and there's JR. A double kill for him, and they've done it. Somehow, Vega have fought just enough to bring us to overtime, and Liquid fall flat at the end.
Doing this deciding match just as at the moment they had the right grenade that we just talked about, but she just didn't care. That's a great double kill to find, and they get shut down. So now it's overtime. First team to 19 rounds. They start with $10,000 in the bank, which means you can buy pretty much everything, but not indefinitely. You do run out of money, especially on the CT side.
Yeah, especially if you go for the ops or the double ops setup, and I think that might be what Tony Black is considering at the moment. JR's got his. Deciding what they want to do. That T side from Liquid really felt flat at the end and uninspired. They went to that A bomb site in probably 6 or 7 rounds in that stretch, that last stretch.
Yeah, it became a popular thing for them. Maybe too much so.
Doing it again.
And walking into the grenades.
I don't think they care about that necessarily. They want to hit a timing here, and they're just saying, all right, well, Vega's finally shown they can stop this A hit, so they're not going to stack it with 4 players this time. But they need to go. If they don't have any presence on the other side of the map, you can see Chopper starting to kind of drift away, and here we are. Molotov going to come out. They need to wait for Hunchy to peek if they Molotov him. And they both actually Molotov the same spot. Hunchy's going to be safe. 3 Molotovs into towards quad. There's the peek. 2 kills, 2 entries. Round's over.
Yeah, really well done. This is, I mean, if you're Liquid, you're thinking, why couldn't have this been the last round? That would have been a little bit easier. And they're going to save the rest here. But again, we did highlight the fact that when you're in those corner positions, there is a tendency that you're going to get grenaded. And the problem is, there are so many other positions where if you do get Molotov, you can just, pull out that smoke and cancel it out. The problem is, if they're pushing while you're doing that, you're just going to die anyway. So it's kind of uncomfortable.
Especially in that corner, right?
Yeah.
What's going to happen is if you put that smoke out, someone's just going to go spam it, and you're early at a disadvantage still. Unfortunately, those two kills come so swiftly that Vega just have to make the call to save those weapons. As you mentioned, that economy on the CT side runs out very quickly with only $10,000 to start with. They need to preserve the weaponry they have. Chopper and Hutchie going to be able to rebuy with no problem. Liquid up 16-15. 3 more rounds for the victory for Team Liquid. Vega need 4.
Yeah, see if they can get it as well. Good job on saving the rifles at the very least for Vega. That does make a pretty big difference, even going into the next one. So, we'll see if they're going to be rewarded for it. Good call from Liquid. I'm impressed that they managed to sort of figure it out. We might actually see that B-Rush happen finally, as they are gearing up for a JR here with the AWP. This is always such a dangerous position to be in. If you miss the first shot, they're going to run you down. Smoke set up. They're all around the corner. Good kill on that. Looking for a bit more, but the flick's not going to connect in. Now Tony Black in check had already been found out, and I'm shocked that he got that kill. Turning around for more. He does so much damage, even enough for the double kill. Very impressive. He could have gone down immediately with absolutely nothing on his side. Deep Molotov there, and Twist going to be smoking off. He actually almost dies to it. Thought he probably was out of it a little bit there. Now this is a rough one for Liquid in spite of the good beginning. I don't know if they can hold on to this any longer. Twist solo on health right now. Elige has to be a bit more active. Timing is incredible against Chopper, and Twist with a headshot, and he could have clicked the bullet there, but Crush now trying to make his way onto the bomb side. Has to wait a little bit before he can even go and tap that bomb, and Elige has got such a great position right here. Holding it down, 1 second left, and Elige going to win the triple for him, and Liquid will win another round. What an incredible fight.
Yeah, that is a battle the whole way through, and Liquid have the perfect call there. I mean, we saw Vega Squadron do that with great effect and an easier win for them. This time, Tony Black, those 2 kills he gets, that's incredible stuff in checkers. Those are some beautiful kills and in high stressful. JR almost even doubling up as well. But 17-15, and now you see the result. Look at the economy. I mean, that hit from Team Liquid is all based off the fact that was them setting it up for majority of that last half of regulation and into overtime. All those A hits over and over again. You put Vega into a rhythm that an A hit is going to come, and then you just really blow up the B bomb site.
And it's slowed down just enough that JR goes away from his original angle and then goes into checkered, which means he's all in. Like, there's no going back from that position. So even that worked out pretty well for them. 17-15. Let's see how this works. Another great grenade.
Yeah, they have that timing down really, really well. Here's mid control. Crush is going to be at highway. You have Tony Black inside of the vents. We'll see if he can do anything. Molotov, there it is. Great angle. Nice off angle. Tough to stop that peak. Combined with all the nades, and even JR going to build upon it. And the op comes out on Elige, and Liquid is stopped cold. Although if they can get this kill into the B bomb site, there's one in vents. But I think everyone's just died in middle way too much. Good frag from Twist, but he's half HP. And you gotta be pretty flawless if you're Team Liquid to get into this bomb site.
Yeah, they're kind of boxed in as well. They can only boost one of them out, so maybe Twist just hoping for a kill in middle to open up another avenue. Hunchy seconds away from shooting him in the back. He's actually got the perfect idea about what's going on, but 30 seconds and Vega can just slow this down and wait. And that's Haji being put into play. Nitro all alone. So it should be another round here for Vega, finally in overtime. They will pick it up 16-17 in favor of Team Liquid. They need 2 more rounds, and Vega need 3.
This is dicey. I mean, Liquid's CT side wasn't anything to write home about. If you remember back to it, we referenced it a couple times. A lot of the rounds that kept Liquid in this first half were pistol rounds, were force buys, were Deagles and PT50s and 5.7s.
Yes.
They did not look all that phenomenal with even with the AWPs out. So they're going to go right into the double up setup, which is expensive. The stage set, if Vega can win this first round, for them to run the score 3-0 and take this in overtime if Liquid run out of money. Here we go. I will say, Liquid looks a little bit more on point after that T-half. Looks like they woke up a little bit. We've seen some teams with slow starts. Maybe that was part of the issue with Team Liquid in that first half, but
yeah, they were struggling early on, weren't they?
Just individually, they couldn't handle some of those peaks out of guys like, I mean, the entries from guys like Chopper and Crush were just incredible.
Oh, Elige, he does make it back around the corner. You could tell there was a moment of slight worry on his face, not knowing if anyone was going to be peeking over. They've decided to all not buy head armor on the Liquid side. It doesn't really matter when you're playing against the AK-47s, but there are always some strange scenarios where it could make a difference. If you're fighting against, if someone pulls out a Glock or someone shoots you through a wall, edge cases where it makes a difference.
Taco burning as well. They're getting spammed. He's down so very low. Gonna get into a new position. There's no one boosting up over him, so that's actually not too bad. Great early damage done. Molotov gonna go too far, past Taco. He'll be... Oh, there's a gap in that smoke. He can see everything. He's still got all the information. That's not denying anything to Team Liquid. Nap with the AWP is playing outside of the B bomb site. This is going to be tough. That's a tough shot to hit. Very narrow. Might work with a flashbang if they don't smoke him off, but they are going to indeed. The timing, almost there. Almost found one.
He's just going to continue to shoot, missing it again, and one more time. They just keep jumping back and forth here. I would say time to call that quits here. Looking very good for Vega in this round. 5-on-5 retake, but with Taco already low, it's not going to be easy. They are flanking around. If they can win that flank fight, that's one thing. Taco's gone down. There is a follow-up there coming. Elige is going to be sneaking in very late in the round. It seems like JR has a feeling about it, but he's still going to go down. Nitro taking down Crush. I think that was the boost that he did earlier as well. Now 3-on-4. Let's see if they can make this happen. Haji will take down one. Tony Black on the refrag, taking down Elige, and that might be it for Liquid. Yeah, they're going to be picking up the rifle and running. That's a good hit for Vega. Good entry into the site. Just overall a good job.
Almost valuing the economy in this overtime with that AWP playing outside of it. Next Chopper, he wants to take that away from him. Look at him baiting out all these shots. Both ops, neither of them landing. Finally, Naf puts an end to the danger. But it was getting dangerous. Team Liquid not even... I mean, it's two things. It's either you're putting the priority on your economy playing retake and just saying, you know, we'll get the ops out so at least we get to save the ops into the next round. Or two, you just have that much confidence in your retake. But not even fighting for the bomb site in overtime is a very bold call to make.
Yeah, you can tell the pressure is on them now. 17-17, and given how this match has been played out so far, you have to almost favor the T side. They're just looking good, both teams in that particular situation. Some of the rushes that we saw out of Vega, both to A and B, were really incredible, so Liquid weren't able to hold it. I mean, some of those A rushes were so quick that the people playing on the bomb site just got run over before they even knew what hit them.
I'm not sure what the right call is from Team Liquid, although we haven't seen too much aggression out of them, have we? Even back to regulation, from what I recall, we didn't see too many pushes in towards main, we didn't see any boosts over mid, didn't see any of their creative calls. Guess it depends on how much confidence you have, and I think at this point you might want to dig deep into the playbook and show some things off just to get yourself that win. If they're trying to save some things for the Legend stage, just get your 3-0. Here it comes. Look at this uppercut through the door. Twist isn't close enough to hear this. He's going to get caught. Molotov out in his hands. They're circling up on him. Great first kill. Needs to build upon it. Waiting for the come through the smoke, and he finds it. Twist doing everything. Oh, this is beautiful. He's going to get the 18th round. Elige with one more as well, and it's just JR. Twist has demolished the attack, and it was so needed. And it was so close to slipping away.
Taco wanting to set up a kill there for Twist, who is very close to JR. Still, that is beautiful. And I mean, if you replay that round from Twist's point of view again, you'll see how close he is to getting out-timed in that rush. If he's just a little bit slower, he gets caught completely, and it's a little different. Well done, Twist. Quad kill. Going to be happy about that. 18-17. That was now at least at worst it's double OT.
It takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? They obviously want to end it here. This is so difficult. If he doesn't get that kill, I mean, obviously he just dies, but that's the one he needed. Even Hutchie hadn't been able to make it into the bomb site. Good round from the magnificent Van Dulken. 18-17 in the favor of Team Liquid. One last round in this first overtime. Either Liquid moves on, or Vega forces double OT. Double op setup still strong for the defensive side. JR's got his.
Round number 36. Haji trying to see if he could hit somebody through the smoke over at main. It's quite valuable to be able to do that, even if you don't actually kill anyone. If you... Oh, that's a good kill from Nitro. JR maybe overstepping his reach just a little bit, and gotta be careful on that side. You can jump up where Chopper is, but Nitro is just a couple of pixels away from taking that shot. If you do, it's gonna eventually be a little bit scared of the vent and might want to fall back. Still 4-on-5 here. Vega close now to losing it in overtime.
Vega decided to go back to the B bomb site despite that off getting a pick. Taco and Nitro both playing inside of the site denies a lot of information. You can get close up towards that B main. You can get out of those vents. And it's a really condensed attack onto that site. Naf mentioned this in the first half, maybe putting up in the A bomb site, peer down highway, so he's got eyes on that. Twist and Elige can focus on A main and door.
When Tony Black trying to be aggressive, he's keeping 3 people in this bomb site. Nobody in the middle right now. This B attack could definitely work out, but Nitro stopping Chopper. Such a big kill, and then the smoke and the flashbang to follow it up. Twist taking down Tony Black. It's falling apart here. Nitro doing a great job in the last round, and Haji now 1 versus 5. Team Liquid had to struggle to get this one home, but that's it. They're going to be in the Legends stage, winning it in overtime against Team Vega, 19-17.
Doesn't matter how you win as long as you get there. Great game from Twist. Some really map-saving rounds for him down the stretch. Elige as well. 31 kills for Twist, 28 for Elige. That's the big, heavy-hitting, rifling duo of Team Liquid, and they came to play. I think after